Hello and welcome back to Urban Yoke. Ciao, benvenuti, bentornati. Io mi chiamo Giulia. My name is Giulia and I am very happy to have you here. So, in this video, I thought I would just answer a question, which is basically why choose homesteading if I have chronic pain? Why homestead? Why do something that is so physically intensive if you already have chronic pain? Won't that make it worse? And honestly, the answer is yes and no. So, much like anyone, much like any able bodied person, you will need to do some kind of exercise, but if you overexert yourself, you will cause damage. Much like yesterday, I had to go and pick a lawnmower up, and it's quite heavy. It's cast iron, I believe. It's a very heavy thing, and I hurt my shoulder a little bit. So lifting my arm up is quite sore, and I overexerted myself. So this is true for anyone, but the difference when you have chronic pain or you have some kind of neurological disease like I do, I have Syringomyelia. If you would like to know more about Syringomyelia and what that is, I'll leave links for you up top and down in the description where I describe and talk about what Syringomyelia is. But essentially, it affects the central nervous system and the functionality of muscles and breathing and all sorts of things, and it depends where the problem in the spinal cord you have this issue. So, I have a spinal problem, spinal syrinx, because it causes a cavity in the spine. So I have these cavities in 3 different places in my spine. So it affects a lot of my body, but I do have kind of a hemispherical experience where it's mostly the right side of my body where I experience this chronic pain. And I feel it in my joints, I feel it in my muscles, when I try and walk, especially my hip, it really hurts. There's a whole slew of things that happen during the day and every day, and what I've come to realize over the years, because I've been sick for a very decades, and what I've learned over the years is, one, sitting down and lying down constantly is not good. Even if you're in a lot of pain, you need to find the energy to try and get up and go to the bathroom. Try and get a glass of water for yourself. Don't overexert yourself again, but you need those muscles to work. You need the joints to work. You need your body to strengthen to the best of its ability. And that is what homesteading offers me. Homesteading is a way of integrating that exercise into my life without having to push myself to create extra time to exercise. So I prefer to try and do a bit of yoga, a bit of stretching that is like extra, but I don't have to dedicate 40 minutes to this thing. I can do just 10 minutes of stretching because I'm going to go out in the garden. And what am I going to do? I'm not going to just bend over. I'm going to bend my knees and go low down to the ground if I need to. I'm going to build raised beds. I'm going to do things that make it easier for me, easier for my problems, but I'm going to be moving. I'm going to be exercising those muscles and getting them to their full potential that they can be. Yes, I will never have the perfect summer body, as it were, but I've got a functional body. I got one that I can trust than I had 10 years ago, one that would just do some flammery and I wouldn't be able to do anything with it. So what does homesteading offer me as someone who deals with chronic pain? It offers me a chance to exercise my body and limit that pain, because the body works and you're able to, I don't know, it's as if when you don't do anything, like, it's not lubricated, the parts don't want to work, like an engine that's been standing for years. You just don't know if it's going to start again. You want it to keep working. You want your body to keep working, and it feels better. So again, you don't want to overexert yourself, go out there and mow acres and acres of lawn, but if you can do a little bit of gardening each day and step by step you condition yourself to getting used to it, then you can do simple things like making yourself dinner, going out and doing some picking up weeds or just mulching the ground. You know, using like the Ruth Stout method, for example, you find ways to make it more efficient. And it's also a dream of mine. It's a dream to live out in the country, and I always wanted to have a full farm, like a medium-sized farm when I was younger, but that's not possible. I'm not capable of doing that, but I'm capable of a homestead. I'm capable of maybe a small farmstead, depending on what we cultivate and what the produce would be. So my advice would be to take what is important to you, what you find passion in, even if it's something extremely physical, and ask yourself, how can you fit in within the limitations that you currently have, and what can you do to better yourself? What can you do to push yourself to do it a little bit better? I mean, I for so many years just kept living in fear and worrying about if I do this and if I do that, and if I fall down the stairs on my back and blah blah blah. I just learned how to go down the stairs slowly. If someone gets irritated, I'm like, well, that's too bad. Yeah, I'm handy capable, let's put it that way. I'm not I'm not all the way down there where I absolutely cannot deal with stairs, but I also have an issue. I can't walk down the stairs quickly. I can't do a lot of things. I get disorientated. It's hard for me to keep my balance. It's easy for me to fall downstairs. So I found another way to deal with it, and that is what a lot of dealing with chronic pain, chronic symptoms is about. You learn how to adapt to them, what the limitations are, and how you can function with them in your daily life. And for me, homesteading is that perfect balance. I get to do my day job, and I get to enjoy outside. I get that vitamin D. I am happy, and I get to be with my animals. I get to spend time with my husband. It's one of the ways we enjoy spending time together. So yeah, that is what homesteading offers me as a person with chronic pain. If you have any questions about how I deal with chronic pain, or how we came to this kind of lifestyle, I'd be happy to answer them. Just leave them down in the comments. But do know that at the moment our homesteading life is very limited, because hopefully in 6 months, we will be immigrating to Italy. If you want to know more about that journey, I will leave a few links for you down in the description, and you can have a look at what our journey is, what our plan is. And I'll let you also meet the 6 cats that will be immigrating with us. So we are immigrating because of this chronic illness and this chronic pain, and we will be going there living in an apartment initially, so it'll be like an urban homestead for a little while. And with the goal of setting up a full-fledged homestead in Italy, in northern Italy, along the border of Switzerland. So if you want to know more about that, and how I, as a person with chronic pain, chronic illness with Syringomyelia, will be dealing with that, then do follow along, and you'll get to know all of those interesting, wonderful topics mixed in one. So if you have any questions about that, do let me know. And that's it for this video. So I will see you in the next video. Alla prossima, grazie tanto, e ciao!